Well, will you look at that? I'm making another video. I finished making a video about my cat and about my dog, who are my two very alive pets. Now I'm making a video talking about the ones that are not alive. So, a long introduction. The first story is about my fish. You see, since I was born, I wanted a cat. I was like 4 when I started pestering my parents, saying, "Hey, cat, I want one." And my parents were like, "No, we can't have a cat because we live in an apartment, we live in a house." We moved a lot when I was a kid. So my parents didn't want to buy me a cat in general. My mom was worried, my dad was worried about the cat running away, and just type of thing. I already talked about that in the dog video. The point. So when I was like 6, my dad decided to finally get me at least not a cat, a pet, right? He bought me a giant fish bowl, like this rectangle of a fish bowl. So he bought me like 20 fish to put inside it. Like I was like, oh well, it's not a cat, but alright, I like it. I like the fish, and I was looking at the fish and all excited as a child, and there were 5 goldfish in there. And I look at one of them and say, I'm going to call that golden. And that is that. And I went to sleep, basically. The next day I wake up and just look at the fish bowl and go, oh, how is my fish doing? And I look at these 20 fish or something, and I notice that now there is 4 goldfish. And I tell my mom, I think there is now less goldfish. Like there's one missing. And my mom so goes like, nah, it's not big thing. It's your imagination, you know? And I was like, alright, I believe you, I'll just say I believe you. Everything goes well. I go to school and go back, go to sleep next day, and I noticed that there is now 3 goldfish. Now we have 18 fish, weirdly enough. And I told my mom, and my mom just again like, no, it's nothing. Your imagination. We didn't buy. We bought 18. You know. All right, I believe that. I am 6 years old. I believe that. So another day, I look at the fish. Tell my mom, hey, I noticed that there is like less fish now. Another one, it's missing. Now there is 17 fish. My mom goes again like, no. Well, no, yeah, they are dying. So I go like, what do you mean they are dying now? And my mom was like, some of them have been dying, so we think it's maybe the filter, but don't worry, I have been just flushing them down the toilet. So yeah, my mom wasn't telling me for a while. Finally, I basically stopped caring about the fish. And when I was slowly seeing the fish appear, there was for a while not a single goldfish anymore. Just all these different types of fish floating around. One died every single night until there was only like 5 fish left. My dad decides that, oh, the fish bowl is almost empty. I'm going to buy 20 more fish. Also, side note, at this point we already changed the filter of the bowl. We changed the filter like twice. So my dad gets 20 more fish. Just drops another bag of fish inside the bowl. So now 25 fish. What can I ask more? Really? Again, fishes are dying. More dead. There is a lot of dead. Holy moly, there is a lot of dead. I believe only when like 5 fish already died, I go to the school and we were having a class about animals. Casually. This feels like a fucking horror film. And one of my teachers mentions that some fish are very territorial. And he mentions one of the fish that live in my bowl. He mentions an Scalar. I'm probably saying it wrong. And I go like, oh, alright, maybe my fish is killing the other fish? Maybe? And I tell my mom this info and my mom was like, maybe. And we keep looking at the only scholar looking like, are you a murderer? So my mom decides that due to this, like, yeah, maybe that one is the killer, decides to call him, the actual name in Spanish means something like along the lines of drinking your own drool, like someone that is constantly hungry. But let's call him gluttony, just to make it simple. So we keep like normal. We go all day. We keep looking at the one fish, looking like, are you a murderer? While one fish die every single night. Multiple fish in more than one occasion actually will die in a single night. And finally we have 5 fish again. And casually the Scalar is still alive. Gluttony is still there floating around. And we're looking at him and we're still looking like maybe he's actually a murderer. Maybe. This is a theory. Maybe, who knows? So my dad buys 5 more in the hopes that this will stop, because yeah, that is going to happen. Fish die again. Spoiler. Until there was like 3 fish, we were starting to give up about this. So I told my dad, what do you say if you go and buy 1 single fish? You buy another Scalar, yeah, and put it in the bowl. Crazy idea, to see what happens. My dad buys another Scalar, puts it in the bowl. Next night, that Scalar, the new one, it's dead. And we finally give up. We say, if you want to kill them, just do it. And you know what? He did it. We ended up with a giant fish bowl that was able to hold almost 30 fish that now had one single fish, and a Scalar named Gluttony. Maybe he is the murderer. So multiple days go by and the fish is still there, perfectly, you know. There was like a week of the fish floating around alone in his fish bowl, all to himself, until one day he died. He lasted like 5 months in that bowl in total. He was one of the originals, and he was just dead. I told my mom. My mom said like, hey, should I buy you more fish so now that he's dead, we can put new fish in the bowl? And I say no. I don't feel like seeing more fish randomly die. I don't want to see if we can repeat the story. We still have to wonder, like, what killed him? Really? How did he die? I personally really like to believe that the beast wanted the pleasure of ending his life all to himself. Or maybe the filter was actually broken. Who knows? Now my next pet was a bird. A canary. A flute canary. When I was 8, I named him Q. He died 6 years later. A really uneventful life, really. And I had like a full hour-long crying when he died. Pretty awesome. I know. And I was still like sad for like 3 days. I suppose this video is shorter. Maybe I will do another video just talking about more stories about my cat, because like watching the original video I felt like, oh, maybe I could do another one of those. And yeah, I can do that. So expect that. Or not. Who knows? Bye.